Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich, he won a temporary restraining order against rescinding Title 42, and now he just filed another lawsuit against the Biden administration, this one over its decision to give the Department of Homeland Security power to fast-track asylum seekers. Attorney General said this was a rule that was published back in March. This would, in certain cases, allow asylum claims to be decided by U.S. Customs and Immigration officers, not judges. The intent, according to DHS, is to take the pressure off the immigration courts. You're suing to stop it. Why?
Well, first of all, John, thank you for having me on. And in a nutshell, this is contrary to the law. So this is another attempt by the Biden administration to not only encourage illegal immigration, but now they're actually providing a mechanism to give de facto amnesty to people that have come here illegally. So what they've done is they're trying to sneakily create a system where you can have DHS officials grant asylum instead of independent immigration judges. And we all know what the effect will be. This will lead to a mass surge of people trying to come into the country because they know now that some bureaucrat in the Biden administration will have the ability to grant asylum. It's quite frankly breathtaking.
Now, what's really interesting about this rule that was published by DHS regarding fast-tracking asylum seekers is it will take place, or take effect rather, 8 days after Title 42's scheduled withdrawal. What do you think that's going to do to the overall numbers? When you combine Title 42 with fast-track asylum, what will that do on the border?
Well, I think what has become abundantly clear is the Biden administration, by encouraging all these people to legally enter the country, a lot of folks have asked, well, what's their end game? What's their plan? And now that we see what they're doing with wanting to grant asylum or de facto amnesty to all these folks, is this is the 1-2 punch. They essentially now are going to grant asylum and a path to citizenship for all these millions of people now that have broken the law. And that's why I'm in court, it seems like every week, suing the Biden administration, trying to stop their lawlessness. Because if this plan is allowed to remain in effect, this rule, essentially you will have the Biden administration dispensing asylum claims and granting status like handing out leftover, Easter candy or Halloween candy.
I will say, Attorney General, it does seem like we have you on almost every week with a new lawsuit that's been filed. The DHS Secretary, Alejandro Mayorkas, has been on Capitol Hill for the last couple of days. And in some cases, he's been taking it on the chin, as he did when he was speaking with Congressman Matt Gaetz earlier today. Listen to this exchange.
Now, 800,000 people have encountered your CBP agents, and those folks have been released into the country. Like, some of those people are going to commit crimes, aren't they?
Congressman, may I have a moment to answer your questions?
Will some of the 800,000 commit crimes, yes or no?
Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly. And so the Americans who are the victims of the crimes for the people that you release in the country are collateral damage that you are willing to accept in order to have our border function as a turnstile. And you're willing to accept that collateral damage.
Congressman, I couldn't disagree with you more.
Attorney General Brnovich, this is an issue that you've talked about, and that is the fact that you let people who are criminals into this country. It makes every state a border state, not just the border state.
Yeah, John, absolutely. And the other thing that we've talked about, one of our lawsuits is over the first the temporary, then the permanent guidance, where the Biden administration is refusing to deport people with deportation orders. So you literally have people that have been convicted of crimes, charged with serious crimes, that are essentially being released into our communities, not just here in Arizona, but throughout the country. And when we see the record amount of fentanyl flooding into this country, we know that Americans are going to lose their lives. Someone's son, daughter, niece, nephew is going to die as a result of the policies of the Biden administration and Secretary Mayorkas' failure to do his job.
Well, you have prevailed so far on the Title 42 issue. We will keep watching this latest lawsuit, see where it goes. Attorney General Mark Brnovich, as always, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, John.